Okay, so this trick is a little trick called invisible palming. So what I'm going to need you to do is just put your hands out as though you're playing the piano like that. That's it. And you're going to have to say the magic words with me. We need to sort of fill the room with magic. So the magic words for this trick are a little bit strange, not your normal abracadabra, but they're two cards make a pair. So I take two cards and then together we say two cards make a pair, and I put them between your fingers. And then we take the next card and we say two cards make a pair. And we take the next cards and
two cards make a pair.
And we take two cards and say
two cards make a pair.
And then we take two more cards and starting over here we say
two cards make a pair.
And two more cards and say
two cards make a pair.
And two more cards and say
two cards make a pair.
And then we've got one left over. So one left over there, and then we take the cards back, carrying on saying the magic words. So we take two cards and say
two cards make a pair.
Put them into two piles, and then we take two cards and say
two cards make a pair.
And two cards make a pair. And
two
cards make a pair. And
two cards make a pair.
And
two cards make a pair.
And
two cards make a pair.
And then we've got one left over. So you get to choose. Do you want to put that extra card on that pile or this pile? It's up to you. Okay, so the extra card's gone there. So what I'm going to try and do now is invisible palming. We'll basically move it from one pile to the other using invisible palming. So what I have to do, so your extra card was there, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I put my hand over the cards and I've got to make it go invisible. So I rub the back up. And hopefully you can see it's stuck to my hand and it's there, but you can't see it, it's invisible. Yeah. So what do we do then? We then put the extra card down over this pile, and then what I've got to do is make it drop. So let's see if I can do that. Oops, didn't quite go. And try again. Oh, that was better. Yeah. So I think I managed to move it from one pile to the other. So shall we see if I managed to do that? So the extra card was here. Let's see if the extra card's still there. We've got two cards make a pair, 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 and the extra card's gone. So if it's gone from there, have I managed to move it over here? Let's see. It's the extra card here. We've got two cards make a pair, two cards make a pair, two cards make a pair, and there's your extra card. It's moved from one part to the other, and that's invisible palming. So the thing about this trick is I think you have enough magic running through you that you can actually do it yourself. Do you know how it worked?
No.
Okay, so despite that, let's see. So take the cards, you're going to do the magic, I'm just going to be the volunteer. So what you've got to do is take two cards, and we say together, two cards make a pair, and you put them between my fingers. And then you take two more cards, and you say, two cards make a pair.
Two cards make a pair.
We put them between our fingers. And say again, two cards make a pair. And again, take two cards and make sure you've got two and put them between the fingers. And two cards make a pair.
Two cards make a pair.
And
two cards make a pair.
again we say two cards
make a pair.
And one extra. So one extra you put between the last finger and thumb. Okay, so now you take the cards back. So take any two of the cards and say two cards make a pair.
Two cards make a pair.
And then split them into two piles. So, and then you take another two and say two cards make a pair.
Two cards make a pair.
And put them onto the piles, nice neat piles, nice and neat magic. That's it, and then take two more and say two cards make a pair.
Two cards make a pair.
And two more and say two cards make a pair.
Two cards make a pair.
And take two more cards.
Two cards make a pair.
So, and two cards make a pair.
Two cards make a pair.
Two more. Two cards make a pair.
Two cards make a pair.
And then we've got one left over. So again, I won't touch it. You put the card whichever pile you like. Okay, now, so the extra card is there this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to touch them. What you've got to do is put your hand over the top of the pile and rub the back of your hand, just very gently, make it go invisible, and lift your hand up and check that it is invisible, So we can see it is there, but it's invisible. Now put it back down over there, and then tap the back of your hand a bit harder, make it drop, and I'm pretty sure I saw it drop then. So I think we've managed to move from one part to the other. So it was there, wasn't it?
Mhm.
So take those cards and we count them out, 2 cards at a time. 2 cards make a pair and make a single pile of them. 2 cards make a pair. Nice neat tidy piles again. 2 cards make a pair. 2 cards make a pair. And you've done it. You've managed to make the card disappear. So did you manage to make it land in the right place? Let's see. There's the odd card over here. 2 cards make a pair. 2 cards make a pair. 2 cards make a pair. And there you are, the odd card. You managed to move them from one part to the other. That's amazing. You've got magic flowing through you. So, do you know how that was done now?
No.
No? Okay. Well, so the question then is, how can you do a magic trick when you don't even know how it's done?